What's up, guys? It's Charles, man. I'm back with another video today. Today I want to talk about how to find winning products for your Amazon FBA business. Before I get into that point, man, I definitely would appreciate it if you can take the time, if you're new to my channel, go ahead and press that subscribe button, man. A little bit about myself. I am predominantly a used items seller on Amazon. I focus majority on selling used items. Yeah, so if you're interested and I feel like a lot of my ideas and methods can translate between new and used, it really doesn't matter. But definitely take the time, man. Please subscribe to my channel. Definitely look forward to networking with anybody that is in a space looking to start, already has started or already is established. Definitely looking to network. Also, if you guys can see, I also have my Instagram set up as well. So definitely give that a follow if you can. Reach out there or via comments, whatever you guys think is best. So let's go ahead and dive into this video. So when it comes to starting out, man, I think a lot of beginners are in the product research stage, trying to figure out how they can find winning items to go ahead and sell. Since I've started, I've heard of so many different tools and softwares and resources. There's so much out there. You got tactical arbitrage, BrickSeek, Seller Amp. You have so many different things, right? I think the most important thing is understanding to keep it simple. So for me, the biggest thing, the only thing that you really need is Keepa. Keepa is the most important tool of any Amazon FBA business. I think outside of that, everything else is optional. If you can understand how to do product research using Keepa and how to read that Keepa graph, that's all you pretty much need. And Keepa is about 15 to 20 bucks a month. I think it's about 19, so I'll say 20 bucks a month. So for 20 bucks a month, that's the most important product. I mean, it's the most important overhead cost you need is Keepa. So what I'll do is go ahead and share my screen. Let's dive into it and kind of show you guys what I do and what I look for when sourcing a used item. And of course, you can kind of translate this over to a new item as well. So I'll go ahead and share my screen. I already have a tab pulled up here. So I start off, if you guys don't know, this is Keepa. I start off in that product research stage. And I'll tell you what I look at. So if we go here to data, we can then go over here to product finder, right? So now at the product finder tab, we're going to go ahead and put in our criteria and kind of get things rolling, okay? So sales rank, if you guys don't know, sales rank tells us how often a product sells. So what I do is I'll look at for items that has a no higher than, let's say, 90,000 sales rank. I want to be right in the middle of everything. So let's say 10,000. No, that's too wide. Let's start off with 50 to 90,000. And then what I'll do is categorize this to the electronics. And then I want an item that is at least $100. I like to make sure that it's selling new 100, so that way I can create space. I want meat on the bone when I'm looking for this item. What else would I look for? I want to make sure it's not a private label item, so I'm going to make sure it has at least 3 new sellers, at least 3, and at least 2 used sellers. Still got 1,000 items. Let's take a look. I think that's pretty much all we need up front. We got 1,000 items. And now press find products. Also, guys, what you'll kind of figure out, starting out, you're gonna have to go through this process. I think a lot of times people, you know, I don't want to say overstep, but they just try to skip steps. Like, you have to go through this process. You have to, in order, number one, understand how to source, know what you can source, know what you can sell. You can't overstep this process. You can't skip this step and just go to find items. You have to go through this process, so that way, number one, you have storefronts to stock. Number two, you can find items, and number three, you can understand how to effectively, source. So let's take a look at this one: Toshiba SD-V296 DVD player. I think that one's nice. And what I can do now, guys, is because I'm about 2 months in, almost 2 months in, I've been doing this. So immediately I know what I can and what I can't sell. So that's why you kind of see me skipping over. Like, for example, Garmin. I've tried to get on GatorNet before. I can't sell Garmin, so I'm not even gonna look at those top 3. I can't sell HP. That's a big brand. I can't sell Dell, right? So as you can kind of see, I can skim this right now. I can't sell HP. I can't sell Acer. I can't sell Samsung. Can't sell Apple. So I can't sell Lenovo, right? But Toshiba, I think I can sell. So that's why my eyes on this first list automatically just glance right down. Like I said, I only know that knowledge because I didn't skip this process. You have to go through this. You have to go through trying to get ungated and so much stuff as far as Amazon and trying to see if they'll ungate you to know what you can sell. So this Toshiba, man, actually looks pretty nice to me. Let's take a look. Toshiba SD V296 is a lot of you sellers is selling for, let's take a look. SD V296 selling for $550 a month. Keepa tells me that it had 44 drops a month. What I like to do as well is look at that data. I want to see those average sales prices, right? I want to see that 30, 90, 180 days, right? So on that used side, we are going to see the average used count, man, it's been about 40 sellers, 37 currently. On the new side, it's been about 5 to 10, so that's fine. Used like new is selling between 249 and 210. I'm sorry, 210 to 160. So if I was looking at a used like new item, and I try to stick between only like new and very good, I don't go good and acceptable. That's just not what I do. So used very good and used like new is between 100 and 200. I'll put probably about 150-ish to see if I can get that to sell. I looked at current buy box too for used. I see $107. I'll filter that to prime, and we can see that 107, 114. Those are the price points, and we got $550 for new. So what I'll do now is I'll copy this title. Boom. I'll click that eBay tab because Keepa automatically stores the eBay. And if you guys don't know what I do, I strictly source between eBay to sell on Amazon. So Keepa already has that tab there letting me know, hey, you can look on Amazon here. And it typically pulls by UPC. So it says it didn't pull the UPC correctly. So what I'll do is paste that that model number here. Boom, 330 results. Wow. So what I'll do is filter this by US only, right there. And now we got 328 results. So it's two ways you can do this. You can either look at newly listed, which I'll look at newly listed, or you can look at ending soonest. So first and foremost, let's take a look and see what we can find. So I give you two ways, honestly. So you can sell this new or used. So for example, we know that it's selling $550 for used. So look at that right there. Sealed, $299. So what's that? $330 you're looking at to buy this and try to flip it at $550? That's absurd. I'm going to buy this. Yeah, we're gonna buy it. Okay. So potentially you can do that. Or like I said, for the bulk of my business, 95% of my business, I sell used. So let's look at that used market. Here we go, right here. Used, boom. And we know that it's looking at about $107. $107. So let's see. Great condition. I don't think this one has a remote though. No, I don't see a remote. So typically I want a remote so that way I can just get it. No remote, $40. With a remote, let's take a look. No remote. Look at this one, $69.99. I like this one. I gotta log into my CRM to see what the price. But for the sake of this video, what I'll do is Amazon FBA calculator. Let's take a look. Continuous guess. So what I'll do, yeah, that's too much. What I'm going to do real quick, guys, is go ahead and sign into my seller amp so that way I can go ahead and just easily look at the profitability of this item. Give me 1 second. I think this is my login. Okay. Let's take a look. So I can sell this. And let's take a look. $107. I said we were selling it for 107. Max buy cost is 60 bucks. Well, here we have one for $69.99. I like that one. What this one? It's 47 bucks. No. I like this one though. So we can get it for $69.99. So 16% ROI. We would have to be at about, let's say 60. Yeah. So right here, easy thing we can do. I'm sure this will work. Free shipping, $69.99. I can easily offer him 60 bucks, which I've been doing this for a little bit. I'm almost certain that he'll take 60 bucks. He'll take 60 probably. And then what I'll do on my end is, if I buy this for 60, I'm looking to sell this for 107, not 107.98, but 107. And the thing is, the next best price from this point after 107 is 114. So about 9 times out of 10, by the time I buy this item, prep it and ship it, that 107 is going to be sold. It'll probably move up to the next best offer, which is 114. And now I'm creating a little bit more space for myself, because I'm looking at very good. I wonder why they didn't get the buy box over them. But at $107, let me see. I don't think they're FBA though. Let's filter FBA. There we go. 114 is the next best thing. So I know that they're probably going to sell out. They're probably going to sell this item within the next 2 or 3 days. By the time I get it, 114 is probably going to be the next best thing. With that being said, if I sell it for 114, I'm definitely good to go. That's a 46% ROI. I'm spending 60 bucks to make 27. I do that every day of the week. But for the sake of the video, let's say we can do this at $107, which is what we're seeing on that buy box. We are looking at a 35% ROI if we buy this for 60 bucks. So right then and there, I've just created a product that I know that I can sell, right? I know that I can sell, and I know it's going to be profitable. Now the second step, right? 2 things. Now I found this product. So number 1, I'm eligible to sell it. So I know I can sell Toshiba. So now me finding this one product has now created a platform for me to know, hey, that's a brand I can sell. So now I can look at Toshiba. Secondly, what I also can do is I can storefront stock other sellers that are selling this product, that are selling it used through FBA. So for example, I'm going to filter this by Prime again. And now I see 6 options. Here's 6 storefronts that I know I should be looking at, because they're looking to do the same thing that I'm doing, right? They have 24 in stock. That's absurd, but wow. Here's one, 80. Let's take a look. Millardo. Let's take a look. All right, 22 results. I don't see anything. I don't see anything that catches my eye on this storefront, just to be honest with you. So now I wouldn't look at that one. Let's take a look at this one, Carson and Company. Let's take a look. 13 results. Look at this one. What is this? Link a new tab. Sony ICS, 64 bucks. I'm gonna do this because it's only gonna look at his storefront. Let's see, $179. God, can I sell? I can sell this. I know I can. Okay, 179. No FBA, so it's about 60 bucks FBA. Let's take a look and see what we can buy this for. We've already found one item. Let's see if we can find 2. Sony ICF 38. Boom. Boom. I already know this is a profitable product. I don't even have to look at it too much to know. I'll filter this by used. Look at that. Here it is right here. They're selling this for $28.99. I'll definitely look at the condition. I think it looks good. They're selling it for $28.99 on Amazon. What I'll do is I'll probably beat them there. This is not an FBA offer. So what I'll do is filter that by FBA. I don't think we have any used. Oh, we do have a used FBA offer. So $64.99 is what they're selling it for, but they're not on that buy box right here for very good. Oh, because this is very good and this is good. That's good. Okay. So what I would do is sell this for 60 bucks. Oh, this is very good as well. I wonder why they're getting the buy box there. So let's say 53.40 plus 5.50. I say 59.99 is probably what I look to buy this and sell this for. 59.99. Boom. I know I got to buy this thing for at least 34 bucks. Here's one right here, 28.99. Cost 28.99. Oh, too much. Look at that. I'm spending 28 bucks to make 17 bucks. I'm making almost 60% ROI. Of course, when I get this item in stock, my repricer will go ahead and take it and do its thing and make sure I'm getting the best bang for my buck. But just like that, guys, we found 2 profitable items in probably, I don't know, 10, 12, 15 minutes. And then just like that, man. So you found an item, storefront stock, you found a brand, you go ahead and you just keep pushing through. And that's pretty much the idea of the business. I also want to talk about one thing too, man. The biggest thing that it comes down to is once you find these items, if you're like me, you're going to overthink everything, right? I'm going to overthink if I should buy this item. I'm going to overthink the price point, right? As long as you're making the profitable buy, you win on the buy. You don't win on the sell, right? The sell is just inevitable. That's going to happen. As long as you have a repricer set up, you're going to win the sell. You're going to sell it. All right. Of course, if you look at the correct keyword information, you just have to figure out how fast you're going to sell it. And you shouldn't be buying any items that are not selling properly, right? But of course, you have to understand how keeper works. But outside of that, you win on the buy. If I know, and now I'll kind of go back just to this item really quick so I can kind of let you know what I'm thinking. I'll go to this data tab, and I'll look at the data between used, like new, and very good. So between 77. Man, look at that, $96 and it's 53. They're killing me, man. Tanking the listing, bro. But for the sake of the $59.99, right? So I know if 180 days used like news at 96, very good is at about 60. So that very good is $59.99, 60 bucks. I know that it's going to sell, right? And what I'll do here is I'll go to that offers tab and I'll filter this by just used prime. And then let's see. So it sold 3 there at $64.99 and $75.12, and then let's take a look. It sold about in the last 30 days. Okay, so I know this thing is going to sell. I don't have to worry about that as long as I win on the buy. But what happens is a lot of people get over, analysis paralysis. It's $179.99, $179.95. The used buy box is here. I gotta make sure it works, and you're just gonna overanalyze everything, man. And that was the thing that was handicapping my business at first. Was like, I'm so worried about, if it's gonna sell, how to buy it, what's the proper price point. You win on the buy, man. As long as you can look at an item, can tell that it's gonna sell used, it's going to sell. I seen in the last 30 days on that black line that I seen it was dropping, so I know that there's a market to buy this thing used. I know that price point is at $59.99 to 70 bucks. By the time I get that item, like I said, it's probably that's probably gonna sell. And the next best price point is gonna pop up, which is a little bit higher, right? That I know that's gonna happen. So now, as long as I make an educated decision on my buy side, which just means just buying it at the right price point in the right condition, $28.99, I'm gonna make money, right? And those are the 2 methods I use, man, as far as storefront stocking and as far as using Keepa. Started off with Keepa, went into my first item, storefront stock, found a second item, and now I found 2 items, man. And it's honestly that simple almost. Outside of that, once you figure out how to source, now it's just a matter of getting capital. But wanted to make that quick video, man. Please like, comment, subscribe. I definitely look forward to meeting anybody that's out there looking to start. If you have any feedback, right, constructive criticism, if you feel like I didn't do something right or you do something differently, let me know, man. As long as it's constructive and it's positive and it can help me go forward, I'm definitely looking forward to anything of that nature, man. Outside of that, please, like I said, like, comment, subscribe. Hit me up on Instagram if you have any questions, man. You guys have a good one.